It's got Cruella de Vil, and she's in a mini skirt. I believe it was a blue. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but that
she's
visual.
in this short little mini skirt, and then her two goons are in the tackiest suits you have ever seen. I'm standing right next to her, and they're both in these like 70s kind of suits. That one we traded. I made lanyards, and somebody wanted it, so they gave it to me. It was an LE, and then some lady who collects Cruella actually traded for it today. But that was probably the ugliest one I've actually had and got rid of.
Okay, we're here with Josh, host and owner of Mighty Pins, and host of today's event. Josh, what's the ugliest Disney pin you've ever seen?
Ugliest Disney pin would probably be the DCA bear pin, where it's the fur on top of it. The fuzzy one where you can't even see the eyes and they kind of look like a little lopsided even. It's just, I think that's the ugliest, most horrific pin there is.
Nurse Kate, how you doing?
Good.
Good. We have a question for you. What do you think is the ugliest Disney pin?
This one.
She has it.
I just got it. I think this is ugly. It's a Narnia, a prince from Narnia.
Why is that ugly?
It's just really ugly. No color, plain drab, boring.
Well, to me, it's that April Fool's stitch. He's like with Jessica. Yeah.
With Jessica? What makes that ugly?
Him.
Him? Stitch is ugly?
Yeah, no, I mean, pretty much it kind of doesn't make sense to me. It's kind of hideous.
The ugliest Disney pin. I don't know the name or the number of it, but it's from a Florida framed letter set. It says Walt Disney World. I think that's where it's from. Elvis would know. I think he has it.
What's the character?
Probably, or maybe I'm mixing it up with a different one. But it's that Tangaroa. All of those pins.
Oh,
the
all the
how about the
Tangaroa
ID?
pins look
the
like
Tangaroa
a
ID.
gentleman's.
Yeah. They all do. Even
but that's not the ugliest one anyway.
What's the ugliest?
The ugliest pin is Lilo and Stitch are playing on the beach, and one of them is throwing a frisbee to the other one, and they both look like children of the devil. I mean, everything about this artwork is bad. There aren't too many Stitch pins I don't have in my collection or don't want in my collection. That heads the top of the list.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. And we're here with
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay, Aaron, what's the ugliest Disney pin you've ever seen?
It was from the Disneyana convention, and I can't remember what year it was, but it was worn by security that you're going around. I think it had thistles on it or something. And it was domed and yellowing, but it was the very last one he needed for his pin collection, and it took him 8 years to find it. He paid $80 for the ugliest pin I've ever seen.
Man, here I'm in the limelight. And I'm trying to think of an ugly pin. I think it's just there's so many ugly pins. You know, maybe one of the ugliest pins that I've seen might actually be from the soda fountain. And it's a Stitch pin, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of Stitch pins, and it's the one with the star. It just doesn't do anything. It just doesn't make any sense. His pose is horrific. The pin is horrific. It's gold metal flake. I mean, it just doesn't have that Disney feel, let alone a soda fountain feel. But I will tell you what I think a very important pin is, and it works extremely well if you'd like to know one of my new favorite pins, and that's this one right here. I don't know if you can see that okay. This is my shark repellent. Pin shark repellent, that's right. This will ward off all pin sharks no matter what, so that when you have that ugly pin, you won't have to worry about the pin shark coming and telling you, that's an ugly pin, and how horrible it is, but how great all of their pins are. But I would have to say it would be the Stitch, because personally, I just don't get Stitch. And Stitch is like the Fab Six now. He's on everything. So for me, it would be probably Stitch, Disney soda fountain, gold metal flake star with a bunch of autographs. I just don't get it. Not the all-time ugliest, but where I'm rarely at a loss for words, I'm at a loss visually, and that's the first one that comes to mind. Now, if you want to go for ugliest person, now that would be a little bit easier, but I'm going to leave it at Stitch, and don't forget your shark pin repellent.
Awesome.
It's a pin shark repellent. And that's coming from I Am Disney Dan.